So I'm only 36, so I'm not going to claim to know everything, but I've done quite a lot of research and I've lived my life up until this point, and I've learned some things in a very clear way that's been given to me through hard lessons that I've had to dive deep through and understand very deeply. I've also asked quite a lot of older couples, including my amazing grandparents who've been together for a long time, and lots of other couples who've been together for a long time actually, and I've learned this thing that seems to be echoing over and over and over and over again. And it is that if you want to have a successful relationship, you have to have a good relationship with yourself. It's the number one thing. It seems to be shouted at me through life's lessons and things that have happened to me so many times in the relationship that I'm in now and in other relationships that I've had. And I'm like, oh, I get it. I get it now through having corrected some of my own behavior, thoughts and beliefs, that actually the thing that has made all of my relationships better is me knowing, understanding and loving myself. And one of the big things for me really has been knowing myself, because before I think I didn't know what my needs were. I don't think I knew who I was or what I needed specifically for me. And I was asking everybody, do you think this? Do you think that? Do you think I should send that message? Do you think that this person will respond like this or like that? I was just outsourcing everything. And to some extent, I still have to watch myself with that, because it is something that creates a problem whenever I am outsourcing what I think, what I believe, and I'm not trusting myself. And that creates disruption. And really, what I'm trying to say in this message to you is that it's not out there. It really does start within, because people really do mirror back to you how you feel and what you believe about yourself. So if you have a negative relationship with yourself and you're putting yourself down and you don't like this or that about yourself and you want to change this and that's not good enough for you, or you're judgmental of yourself, or you've got a lot of shame within you, or you've got a lot of I'm not good enough, all of it will be mirrored back to you through the lens that you're seeing the world through, right? So you will expect people to treat you how you treat yourself. You will expect people to feel about you how you feel about yourself. And that's where the assumptions come in. That's where I suppose law of assumption comes in, which I suppose I don't use that language that much on this channel, but that's what it is. It's when we assume things about ourselves, we assume that that's how other people will meet us. And a lot of that is hidden from our view. It's very hard to see the picture when you're in it, which is why it's so important to take note of the things that are triggering you, to take note of the reactions that you have, because all it is a messenger. And so whenever we're able to see and witness, well, hang on a minute, let me pause for a minute. Why am I sad about this? Why am I upset about that behavior? Why am I triggered by that? What am I making it mean about me? We start to understand ourselves better. And also the other thing that's so important is being able to accept parts of ourselves. For a long time I thought, why am I so sensitive? Like, I wish I wasn't so sensitive, like it was a fault, like it was a problem, because I think lots of people did respond to me like it was a problem when I was growing up. And so being sensitive and, having this reaction that I sometimes have, which is that I am very deeply feeling and I'm very sensitive. Maybe that's hardwired in me. And actually, rather than trying to change it and trying to get it to go away and for me to adjust to everybody else around me, which makes my life very stressful and makes me very triggered by people, because I want them to be what I want them to be for me, rather than me being able to judge, is this right for me? And rather than changing everybody around me, I've got to learn, and we've all got to learn, to be responsible for our own experience. Response, able to respond to what we're seeing. And whenever I realized, I am sensitive. I am a deeply sensitive person. So me being with someone who's completely insensitive is not going to work. It's not going to work for me. Me just knowing that and accepting that about myself is really, really empowering. because it gives me my power back, it gives me my choice back, rather than feeling disempowered and like I've got to change and I'm not good enough, you know? So being able to respond to life through knowing yourself and understanding yourself, accepting yourself, helps you to be able to set better boundaries, to be clear about what you need, to not, you know, be all over the place and expressing this, and to also have released a lot of the patterns and the beliefs and the things that you've been programmed through no fault of your own in your childhood. Being able to see that and leave the past in the past is where you can start a blank slate and actually see the choice that you have in your relationships to be able to create something more loving, more positive, and come from love rather than trying to get it. So when our cup is full of our creativity, of our life force energy, and we're spending less time worrying about what people think, worrying about how we can be right for people, worrying about how we can be perfect or make people perceive us in a particular way, when we have released that energy that we're expelling doing that, we have more energy to put into the things that we love, the things that we're excited about life, to be playful, to be creative, to be fun, to have, you know, happy, harmonious conversations with people. That's where our energy can go. And as a result of that, people respond to us in a positive way and we get the best out of people. And that's how it works, you see. So your relationship with yourself is the number one thing that is going to define how all of your other relationships go, you know. So if you're being triggered a lot, if there's a lot of stress in your relationships, be response able, okay? And that means looking back at you, taking responsibility for the only thing that you can control, which is you, okay? So if you need help doing this, if you would like some support on this journey, then think about joining the Conscious Creators Masters Academy or coming to our retreat, which is happening in October. I would love to see you at either of those things. We've got a few spaces available in both of those things, so let me know if you'd like a discovery call, any more information, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.